How to get your child to learn how to read at 3 years old. Because of most of what we read is written in lowercase letters, it's best to teach them lowercase letters first. Don't teach in alphabetical order, teach them the Satpin method. If you have a child who cannot sit down, make sure you get the wiggles out by doing high energy movement first. The brain is not ready to learn if the body is not ready to learn. The easiest way to learn print awareness is actually to use a whiteboard. When you write down a letter, you write down a dot underneath so they understand that this singular letter represents one sound. Teaching 2 letter sounds at the same time is the fastest way. Once they know their letter sounds, you can start blending. A CVC word, sorry if you hear my dog in the background, is a 3-letter word that's decodable, which means that you can actually sound it out. There's some words in the English dictionary that actually don't make sense when you try to sound it out. So CVC words are very important to learn first. And that brings me to decodable books. Decodable books are books with CVC words only, and they're free at the library. Unfortunately, decodable books can be very simple and therefore sometimes really boring for kids. So make sure to mix up your favorite books as well when you're reading with your child. The Bright and Early Books for Beginners by Dr. Seuss is my son's favorite because they teach rhyme, rhythm, alliteration. An example of alliteration is Silly Sally seen some slithering snakes singing. An example of rhyming is box, fox, ox, mox, pox. It's also really easy to get your child engaged because they're so much fun. Having your child follow along with their finger is called visual tracking. Teaching them their name first is also really helpful. How I did it was put his name into a nursery rhyme. E-L-I, E-L-I, J-A-H, J-A-H. Put it all together, what does that spell? Elijah, that's your name. Elijah. When you're clapping the syllables out in each word is also pre-lit behavior. Here are a few other tips. I'd like to call this one the Miss Rachel, but in other words, it's called orthographic articulation. It's when you use a movement to signify a sound. So she usually does ooh. You can also implement multisensory learning. When you are squishing something, I think it's called kinesthetics. So I would do a little bit of Play-Doh and squish, have them squish. It's called the VAKT method, multisensory learning. It strengthens neural pathways for memory retention. Now you're probably wondering, what about sight words?